What initially made you decide to join the program?
Okay. Initially, I was actually looking towards getting my hands how I can maybe get a remote job, get something to do on the side. So I said, let me go for an interview. And I had this interview. I've actually never done an interview in my life. I've been so fortunate to work for the past 12 years without having to get through an interview. I had this interview and it was a mess. I knew it was bad because I didn't know what to say. Even from the body language of the interviewers, I knew I wasn't getting that job. So I had to tell myself, I have to learn how to interview. So I came into the cohort to master interviewing. I actually came into the cohort just to master interviewing. But you see, the coming into the cohort did more for me than just interviewing. One, I might have been good with CVs because I've gotten to work with people with CVs over time, but I learned more about CVs. That all the while I work with CVs just like a historical document, just like Nkechi just said. But it threw more light that I should be able to sell myself what I'm able to do, the skills I have, beyond just listing things I did for social company and all that, which a lot of organizations and hiring teams don't even get to look at. But the skills I have that is very important to the job role being advertised is very, very important. And then even my summary in relation to the job role. So I shouldn't do a CV last year and then I am submitting it for a job this year without getting to update it or update it specifically for the job role. So that's one thing I really, really learned. And then on communication, I learned how to communicate. And funny enough, I have a background in languages and linguistics. So I should be good with communication actually. But I saw a different aspect of communication, and that comes from the fact that I've worked all my life in the Nigerian culture. And wanting to work in an American culture where communication is very different. So I had to learn how the American people communicate. And I've come to a point after practicing, because I've been doing a lot of mirror practices, sitting in front of the mirror, learning how to take pauses and all of that, having to control the crowd kind of thing. And I'm enjoying it, to be honest. I'm enjoying the process that I can control what I'm saying, get to do active listening, not just what they are saying, but even their body language. Because oftentimes it's video call, get to listen to them if I'm carrying them along or not. And I'm enjoying the whole process. Apart from communication also, and the third thing is my core of interviewing. Joining the court has taken me to a whole new level about interviewing. I got access to these tools like templates that I can use to prepare for interviews. Because I did this job, I have the experience, but I am not able to tell the story through basic communication frameworks. So I was able to merge communication with interviewing. Telling my story, there was something I picked from the interviewing sessions, putting your story together along setting preconsidered questions that must be asked. And these templates provided that you are able to even write down your story ahead of time and tailor it to the job role and practice it, so that going into an interview, you go prepared. You're just going to tell stories, because a lot of times we are going to interviews to answer questions. But it changed my perspective that I should be going to interviews to tell stories.
Show, not tell.
yeah, what I can do and why I should be hired. Not just what I did for some companies, but what I can do and why I should be hired for the role. And one very important thing I also learned about interviewing for American companies, they never do when you come to an interview. Never come to an interview without having questions to ask. Because they are interviewing you, you're also interviewing them. And interviewing them, getting to ask questions about the company, the job role, show them how interested you are in their success. And to also, after interviews, get to review yourself. In case you don't get that job, how do you improve for other interviews? So yeah.
No, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, so when it comes to communication, CV writing, interviews, knowing about the American culture, the work ethics, and all of that, I am a whole different person than I was 5 weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what would you say to someone who is on the fence about, in this economy, how will I spend this kind of money on top of ordinary training? What would you say to them?
Okay, I would say the greatest investment you can do right now where the Naira is dwindling, where you don't know where the economy is going, the greatest investment you can do is investment on yourself. For me, that is what it is to me. Investment of myself, because I did this to invest on myself. Let me tell you something, Mr. Banky. You guys as a BPO are getting us interviews, but the confidence I have now, I am applying for jobs. I'm waiting for interviews on my own. I'm not waiting for you guys because I am that confident right now. So it's a great investment I have done for myself, and I'll advise any other person. This is the best thing you can do for yourself in this time, because these companies are waiting. We had a session with a lady from remotely.work the other day. I said there are a lot of companies looking for people to hire, but they are not getting the right fits. And it's because it's not like these people are not smart enough or they don't have the work experience, but because they don't know how to interview. And joining this cohort will get you into the spot you need.
Fantastic. This, apart from